had the Austrian Grand Prix sprint race, and it was dull, actually, wasn't it? A race that lasted all of 3 laps. Max Verstappen got away comfortably. There was no big moves in the start, really, apart from Charles Leclerc, who made his way up to P7, which is fantastic from a 10th place start. The 2 Alpines, though, both dropped 3 places at the start, and from there on, well, it was just all down to that action on lap 5, wasn't it? Lando and Norris made the pass on Max Verstappen, made it stick, and I think it was really naive to leave that inside line open for Max Verstappen. We all know that's his favourite. He manages to take the lunge and he keeps it within track limits every single time. He's mastered that to perfection, and that's the one thing you don't let him do. You let him go around the outside and you've got the option to then run him wide. Norris was kicking himself at the end of the race, and then it was doubly disappointing because Oscar Piastri got passed up into P2. And that was it, really. Sainz made a good move around the outside of George Russell early on. We then seen Russell and Carlos Sainz have another battle, lap 8, Russell around the outside of Carlos Sainz this time. And then it was just a DRS train pretty much from there onwards, wasn't it? Lando Norris closed up into Oscar Piastri but couldn't really overtake, and I think the chance on the moment had gone, really. He had to really get back at Piastri quickly to then try and stay in the DRS of Max and make a bit of a go of it. I think Piastri was always going to struggle. It's one thing that he struggled is in race conditions and to keep the tyres to go to the end and well, and that's one thing Norris has mastered masterfully. And I think in the race there's hope that actually shouldn't Norris qualify well and stay close to Verstappen, then we will have a race on our hands. But it's really difficult to overtake, actually, isn't it? The DRS isn't massively strong, but it'll get you there or close enough to make a lunge, but it is a lunge that you need to make, because that's what Norris did, and it was a brilliant move actually to get that move done early on Max. Caught him really by surprise going from so far back. Shame he just couldn't make it stick, because I think had he done that, we're hearing, like we've seen in Spain, aren't we, that it's really hard to follow. The tyres temperature just goes through the roof, and from there on you're just managing tyre temperature and you can never really mount that attack. So if you're going to do it, you've got to do it early and make it stick, and then it's really difficult to follow. Max said the same thing when he was, had to really make it stick on Russell last time out in Spain, and it's a theme with these tyres, really. So if it's going to happen, it's got to happen early, and from there onwards it was a real bore, wasn't it? We had the highlight of Nico Hülkenberg taking a massive shunt punt on Fernando Alonso. He got a 10-second penalty for that, which is, at the end, I think that's disappointing because it was hard racing and he did make the corner, despite it costing Fernando Alonso space to Daniel Ricciardo. It was borderline, but I don't think it warranted a penalty, and I think we've seen worse and harsher penalties. Had he gone off track, I think then definitely, but he kept it on track. Fernando Alonso had to take a little bit of avoiding action, but given where we're racing and how it's gone with the DRS, it is going to take that kind of lunge to make a pass, and if you're going to get penalised for it, well, we're killing any chance of overtaking then, aren't we? But let's hope that we have a really mixed up qualifying session next up, because that looks like the only hope for a really interesting race, possibly on Sunday. I think the good thing about Sunday is we can have some variable with the pit stops, and, well, yeah, some mixed conditions or something would really spice it up. And we can only cross our fingers and hope for better next time out. But let's see. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment as always. See you next time.